Good afternoon, World Wide Web. This is James, your favorite ticker picker. We're doing an update video on AT&T. This one got crushed the last couple of days, down to 1350. It came rocketing back today to 1450 and higher, up 7.73%. Hopefully you grabbed some AT&T while you could. The lead cable thing is just a big hokum bunk story, in my opinion. It's just news, and it has no merits for any lawsuit. There is no lawsuit, and there won't be one most likely. There might be people that try. I don't think they're going to get very far. The fact of the matter is the mass majority of this country gets their water not from a well, but from the water company. They test the water for lead before they send it to your house. Nobody's drinking lead water out of their faucet. If you are on a well and you're drinking your own groundwater and you have one of these AT&T cables running through your yard that is covered in lead or lead composites or whatever it is, and you're fearful that rainwater is going to drip over this cable, accumulate some lead, go down into the aquifer and mix with all of the other water, and then you're going to pump up a bunch of water that has lead in it. That's your prediction. That's pushing it because the cable is not very big. It's not much lead. We're talking about an eighth of an inch cable, maybe a quarter of an inch cable, and it runs across your yard. It's the number of gallons in your aquifer compared to the number of gallons that would even touch this cable, compared to the percentage of how much lead would be lost from the cable if it touched water. It's in a solid form. It's not being liquefied or gasified into water somehow. Yes, there might be minute particulum of lead in the water, just like there already is. There's gold in the water. There is cyanide in the water. There's lithium. There's things that'll kill you in the water. Everything's in the water. Everything's already in the water. Everything's already in your body. Your body contains lead. Nobody's going to find a bunch of lead in their well because of the AT&T cable that was laid in their front yard. You're just not going to be able to prove it in court. You're going to need to prove it, and you're going to have to prove that, number one, that you're sick and that you incurred a loss because of this lead, and then you're going to have to prove that there was some lead there. And to do that, you just do a water test of your well, and there was not going to be anybody that has lead in their wells, not like for realsies. You might put some lead in your well and then do the test. That could happen, but they'll probably go out and test the neighbor's well and realize what a liar you are. So, yeah, I don't sense that anyone's lead counts are going to be off the chart for their well drinking water. If you're getting it from the city piped to you, it's not even a concern. And if you think it's that little cable is going to put a meaningful amount of lead into your life to make you sick or something, that's not going to happen either. The AT&T defense experts would just come out and say there's no more lead in the water than there is in your body and that there is everywhere else. No, the little quarter-inch cable did not dissolve all the lead off of itself, over a week or a year or whatever. It probably does not dissolve itself or dilute itself or fade. That's probably why they put the lead sheathing on there to begin with, probably because it doesn't dissipate. But even if it did dissipate over 20 or 30 years, it's not enough water running over it for it to even accumulate enough in those drips to be meaningful. You could literally probably just dip this cable in a glass of drinking water and drink it, no problem. I think you'll be fine. It's not like you're drinking lead. But yeah, your drinking water is going to be fine on your well, and I think everybody's realizing the news was overblown, ridiculous, and everybody was panicking yesterday, fearful of millions and billions. Can you imagine the lawsuits? It's going to be like 500 kajillion dollars. No, it's just going to be the well people, and it might be some lawyers, and it might be some well people trying, but they're going to actually have to come up with some lead in their well that they didn't put there themselves, and that's going to be a real tough find, considering you got a 1/4 inch cable maybe running through your yard. It's probably encased in PVC, and it's probably encased in something else anyhow. They just don't throw cables in your yard. But if they did, it's still not going to matter. AT&T, everybody, buying opportunity maybe was missed. If you're lucky enough for it to go back down there, maybe grab some. I don't know how good the company is doing. I guess let's just take a look at that real quick. They didn't look like they were that good to me last time I looked. Yeah, they're making money. $4 billion a quarter, $6 billion for this quarter. They lost $29 billion that quarter, or that quarter. Good Lord. And $4.23 billion. Wonder why they lost so much money. Yikes. Where was the big stock collapse? I guess we got to figure this one out now. Ay, caramba. And it was this crash right here. Ta-da-dum. A dive on weak subscriber growth. So less new people signing up. They're the leader in the cell phone market. 220 million subscribers. They're probably getting bled off a little bit by the cheap guys and the looming recession. They might lose some subscribers. They might, and then they're going to gain some subscribers, and they're going to expand to some other country and do more in Brazil or something, and then make up those subscribers, and maybe they'll start buying people out that are under them. Who knows? If they give the Justice Department enough money, they can probably buy anything they want, so long as they donate to the right political party. Good buying opportunity, high dividend stock, good one to sell call options on. Probably going back up, definitely after we're done with a little recession or soft landing or whatever you call it, going back up to the 17, 18s, 19s. Solid company to own, and it's going to be around a real long time, obviously. It's been around forever. They've never lowered a dividend. Earnings per share 60 cents, very strong, and that's with their beat up that they just took on that quarter. And their balance sheet is right side up. $400 billion in assets, $292 billion in liabilities, or $100 billion right side up. They have almost $3 billion in cash. To say they don't have access to an absolute shit ton of money, they do. Is anyone going to win lead lawsuits against them? Yeah, I don't think so. I don't even think they get filed. I don't think anyone can file it unless they actually can find some lead in their drinking water. And then they're going to have to do more than that because they're going to have to prove that it wasn't put there. Annually, let's see, well, the company is losing subscribers, it looks like. 181 billion, down to 143 billion, down to 134, down to 120. Maybe we are seeing a perpetual shrinking of this company. The profits, $20 billion, was higher than the $13 billion that they made in 2019. So in 2020, at the smaller revenue line, they made more money, almost a bunch more money, $6 billion more money, than they did on their highest point in 2019. So this is an improved business. I'd rather them do this, make the nice profit, and that's what sent the price up. People liked this new tight revenue number. They might have sold off some of their stuff and raised some money. That might be a reason for the revenue. It's probably not a subscriber fall off. Maybe it is now. Maybe that's what's happening this year. Actually, it looks like it's growing throughout the year. I don't see a subscriber fall off quarterly. And I don't know if that's what I'm seeing yearly. What I might be seeing is AT&T transforming into the cell phone only company that they've always dreamed of being one day, and maybe finally finishing up their landline assets, selling off their last bits of everything. AT&T owns so much. Then they own other things too. They own all kinds of different businesses. So they're a big hodgepodge. You're not just investing in phones here. But yeah, a good one. I would say it's a buy at 14.50. It's a buy at 13.50. It's a long-term keeper. Keep it for a few years. Get the 8% dividend or 7.5% dividend, and then sell call options that are a few bucks higher every week. Just do it over and over and over and over and over. You'll make 25, 30% on your money on this one. Probably forever, and the thing will never leave your account because you'll never have to sell it because it'll never go up fast enough for anyone to claim it, especially if you're going a few bucks up weekly. So it's going to take a serious move for it to do that. And this thing is usually not a fast mover. So we just did see a fast move, and it's still low. I don't think we're going to see another fast move. We might see another down, but I think everybody smelled the coffee this morning and realized how ridiculous yesterday was. AT&T, everybody. Just an update on where it's at, where it's going, and what you can expect. If you like dividends, they're fun. If you like selling covered calls, that's fun too. You do the both on the same company, you can make 20, 30% on your money, even if the stock doesn't go anywhere, especially if it doesn't go anywhere. Just let it sit and rot at 14.50 for the next 5 years. You make 30% on your money. You do pretty darn well. T is the ticker symbol. Have a wonderful day. Please like the video and subscribe to my channel for more news and updates. Thank you so much.